Hi, Sloan.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Like, what time is it there?
It is 9:30 p.m. It is close
Oh.
to my bedtime. Yeah.
Okay, you've been quite busy, but bear with me. I know you've been talking with a lot of medias. So, yeah, for the next 15 minutes, we'll talk a lot about your music and also congratulations for your release singles. I think you're being productive during this 2021.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a weird time to be productive, but I would have to agree. I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, and also like how like for you itself, like you release a lot of songs. Like for you, how's your own reviews with releasing so many songs like this?
Um, you mean like what's my take on it? Like what's
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like?
yeah. Like for you personally, like you're releasing a lot of songs and
Yeah.
maybe like oh my review I maybe I release so too much or maybe I supposed to make this much like that.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's really fun to release music and to share with the world like what I've been making. Because for me, music is really personal. I make it all
Yeah.
myself and mix it myself, and
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I'm trying to release songs. It's kind of like updating people that
Mm-hmm.
I can write better songs or like
Yeah.
I can mix songs a little bit better, kind of nerdy things like that. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just really fun to share with everyone.
Okay, so like with so many things going on right now, and you're releasing a lot of music. Like for you itself, do you feel enough, or with all the things that you already released, do you feel enough, or maybe you want to add more, or you want to maybe I should reduce this one, or something like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd always love to release more music. I think it's
Yeah.
fun, to release songs. I think it's really hard to get people's attention nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love just records and releasing like whole albums. So with Harmony House, I really tried to make it feel like a cohesive album that if you listen to all of it, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So like you've started making music since 2018. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And that means it's almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
Almost
Crazy.
4 years. But during those 4 years, like have you been in a situation where you are stuck? I mean, as musicians, like you wrote so many songs, like you make a lot of music, but sometimes you also are human that feels stuck. Like what did you do to get out from that kind of situation?
Sure. Yeah, writer's block is a real thing. Yeah, it can be really hard to make music sometimes, but I don't know. I try not to put too much pressure on myself and remind myself that, like what you said, I'm just a normal person, and making music is just something that I do. It's not who I am. I'm just Sloan like anybody else's themselves. So yeah, it's really fun to make music, and I love doing it so much. And I typically do it every day. Like just making music, and it comes pretty naturally to me, thankfully. But yeah, it's always good to stop sometimes and just remind myself that, I'm just a person.
Okay, so like you making music almost every day during this kind of pandemic where we have to stay at home, like they suggested us to stay at home. Like this is an advantage for you to stay at home and making more music, or maybe you think going out and having a live performance would be great with better, I mean.
Ooh, yeah. It's a weird thing being a musician and a producer, because one of the things I love to do is to stay at home and work on music.
Okay.
Partly, like, I had a great advantage, like you were saying, to make music and really focus on it. But at the same time, I really love playing shows. I really started to miss it. So I'm excited for, that to happen soon and start playing music again.
Yeah, we hope to. So, like, as we know, the technology is growing really, really fast. Like, now we have Reels, Instagram Music, TikTok, and others platform. Like, as musician, do you think this is going to become a benefit for musicians to release their music? I mean, like, every day, a lot of people releasing their music, expecting it going viral. Like, for you itself, like, are you going to feel that way, or are you going to use this kind of platform?
Yeah, I definitely like have two different takes on it. You know, like I think it's amazing how quickly songs can blow up on TikTok. Like it's unbelievable, but I'm curious about the long-term effect of these platforms because you know, especially if people are making songs to become viral, like that's the point, you know. That kind of concerns me because I don't know. I think we're gonna see a crazy thing happen in pop culture where like we used to have like one-hit wonders, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be so many one-hit wonders, like. Where in the front of pop culture, there's all these artists that go millions and millions of streams and then nothing again.
Yeah.
And so hopefully what I can do as a musician, because the reason I'm doing all of this is to make music, you know, is that while other people are doing this, you know, and going really up high, that I can just do this.
Oh.
You know, stay there.
Like
so,
Stuble.
Yeah. And so I'm going to use those other platforms and TikTok and stuff. And if something happens, like my song Can I Call You Tonight, like did really well on TikTok. Like that's amazing. But hopefully Dayglow, you know, as a whole can still be something that isn't totally defined by, you know, those platforms. Because I don't know, I'm curious to see the long-term effects of. You know.
Okay. So talking about long-term effect, like, do you chose to be everlasting or do you chose to viral right now and forgotten tomorrow?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would rather be everlasting. Yeah, I mean, like I think I would feel way more successful if I had a small fan base, which I already have. You know. People, which blows my mind. Like I would have never thought I'd have interviews, you know, like this. Like it's crazy that this is even happening. But I would much rather have a small fan base that knows me and really likes my music, rather than, you know, a large group of people not really knowing who I am. You know, I think it's really important to me to be personal and have like a community and fan base. Yeah. And building it slowly over the years.
That's amazing. So now we're talking about your music. Congratulations for Harmony House. And also this is your second album, right?
Yes.
Your second album that we've been waiting for. It looks like there are so many changes that you explore maybe on this album. Like for you, what is the biggest changes on this album with the first one?
Sure. Well, sonically, it draws a lot of different references. Where Fuzzy Brain was kind of like early mid 2000s indie pop was kind of like my reference point, like Two Door Cinema Club, Passion Pit, those kind of bands. Harmony House really draws from like 70s and 80s pop.
Yeah.
It was a really fun challenge. It was really fun to do.
So like what made you choose like the 70s and 80s vibes? Like suddenly like I use this concept.
Yeah, I don't know, like I think everybody making music or making any type of art, it's kind of like doing something that somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
And you kind of wear your references on your sleeve, you know. And so for me, I've just been listening to 80s and 70s pop music. And so pretty naturally, the music that I've made has kind of emulated that.
So like who is the person that become your inspiration in terms of this music styles or maybe the lyrics?
There's a couple artists that I really look up to. I love Paul Simon. I think Paul Simon's one of my favorite musicians, and just the way that he does his lyrics and his music and his personality. I love like Randy Newman.
Okay.
Fun. I don't know, like, yeah, just like 70s and 80s musicians. There's just kind of a different attitude.
Yeah, true. That's true.
It was more fun.
It's like they're enjoying making music. Like you can feel it right away.
But that's what it is like they were musicians. Nowadays it's like people are like content creators, you know?
Yeah.
Like I
they
want
just having that kind of like what can I say? Like they just want something big, but they don't want something like they're going to last forever.
Yeah.
So again, there will be there is 11 singles in this album. Like which one took the most of your time?
There's a song called Crying on the Dance Floor on the album that took many hours of mixing because I had a very specific vision.
Okay. So do you going to recommend that songs to our listener if they want to listen from this album? Like only one, if you can recommend.
Ooh, if I had to pick one song on Harmony House, I would probably pick Close to You.
Why?
I think it's just a really fun, like, well-rounded song. I was trying to make a song that was instantly noticeable. And I think Close to You, like, once you hear it, it's like, oh, like that's close to you. It just kind of has a certain sound to it.
Okay. So with the Harmony House, like, what is the bigger picture that you want to send to your listeners or the one who listen to your music?
Ooh, I hope that after someone listens to Harmony House and they kind of see the change that I've gone through and kind of feel like they learn more about me, I guess. They're listening to the record. I hope that they have a feeling that everything's going to be okay. You know, like whatever change you're going through, it's going to work. You know, I hope that people feel hope when they listen to my music.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's deep, actually. Okay, so last before we close, do you want to say anything to your fans in Indonesia?
Just hello. Yeah, this is really exciting. Hopefully I can come to Indonesia soon.
Yeah.
You all, that'd be awesome. But until then, just thank you for listening to the music. It means the world to me.